I'm in Orlando. Let's go. Yes. All right. What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? What's up, you guys? My name is Joe the Bearded Nerd, and this is my video in my series. Ugh. What is up? I am Joe the Bearded Nerd, and welcome to Drunk Disney Reviews. No, it doesn't go that way. It's Drunk Disney Reviews. I don't just whatever. Hi, my name is Joe the Bearded Nerd. We are doing this week Sleeping Beauty. Movie came out in 1959. And I'm just gonna say this. I love this movie. This is a great movie. I didn't expect to love this movie. I thought it was boring from when I remember growing up. I thought this movie was garbage, and it's great. So we're gonna talk about it because this is a great movie. I just want to say, like, the song that plays. I don't remember the song that plays during the. I don't remember what happens at the song that plays at the beginning of the. It slaps. It's a fucking great song that plays at the beginning of the movie. It fucking slaps. They sing it like fucking 5 times throughout the movie because they're always talking about, like, I saw you in a fucking dream and shit. Like, it was a good movie. Or good song. I fucking loved it. It was great. Also, the art style of this entire fucking movie, specifically like right at the beginning when it starts to like introduce shit, is fucking great. I fucking love it. This entire movie is like, this is like the pinnacle of Disney, classic Disney princess movies, and I fucking love it. It is fucking amazing. And then so like there's a narrator through like the first like third of this movie, kind of reading from like the book. It's like a live action book that you see at the beginning, but he's like reading from it and like telling the basic story of it and shit. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that there's a narrator. Usually I fucking hate narrators, but like he's kind of telling the story. And you can definitely see like this is what Shrek stole from.
Like that's ever gonna happen.
At the beginning of the movie, you can definitely see that this is what they stole from. So yeah, it starts telling the story about how like the king and the queen couldn't have a baby, and then randomly they did have a baby, and then like they named her Aurora because she created brightness and happiness in their life, and that's fucking cool. Great. And then like the other king, the king that's not the king that we gave a shit about, he brings his son Philip, Prince Philip, and like they bring gifts and shit when the baby's born. And like why is Prince Philip, who's like gotta be like 9 years old at this point, 8-9 years old, why is he betrothed to Aurora? Aurora is Sleeping Beauty's actual name. As she's a baby, she's a day old, and he is betrothed to be married to her already. That's crazy. Why that's crazy. And so like we're introducing people. They're introducing the king and Philip, and first of all, where's his mom? I mean, it's a Disney movie, so I get it. Somebody's mom's got to be dead, but like where's Prince Philip's mom? I need to know that. And then we meet the fairies. We meet Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. Great names. Awesome fucking fairies. They're fucking hilarious the entire movie. They're great. Not hilarious, but they're cool. They're chill. They're awesome. They want to take care of her, and that's cool as shit. And then like, all right, so here's the thing, man. Maleficent shows up randomly, right? And she definitely knows how to make a fucking entrance. Let me tell you about it, right? Maleficent knows how to make an entrance to this movie. But then here's the thing. She's pissed off, right? The only reason for the entire movie to even happen is because Maleficent shows up and she's pissed off because she didn't get invited to the fucking party. That's the only reason. That's why she's all upset. It's because she didn't get invited to the fucking party. Because she wants to go and celebrate, and she felt offended that she didn't get invited to the party. And listen, I kind of get that, right? Like if there's a big ass party and the entire realm and all of the people that the king is in charge of get invited, I get that. And you're not invited, and she's like, "What the fuck, bro? I didn't get invited." And they were just like, "Oh, yeah, fuck you. We don't fucking like you." And she's like, "Wow, I thought it might have been a mistake. But no, you guys fucking hate me." Like, I get it. I get that she's upset about that. But she overreacted just a little bit, right? Like, the fairies are giving her presents and shit. They're like, "You're gonna be beautiful. You're gonna have a beautiful voice." And she's like, "You know what? Before your 16th birthday, you're gonna fucking die. Remember, no rush." Like, that's a little bit of an overreaction. A little bit. But, like, I understand the reasoning behind it. It's just a little bit of an overreaction. And then the fairies, the third fairy, Merryweather, she's like, "You know what? I can protect her. So instead of dying, you're just gonna fall asleep." Okay, whatever. And then the fairies are like, "You know what? The only way we can protect her, is to change away from fairies into mortal old little ladies. And we're gonna take care of the baby for 16 years. We're not even gonna we're gonna name her Briar Rose, and we're not even gonna fucking we're gonna take care of her. And we're gonna hide her away in some cottage in the fucking forest." And the king and queen are just like, "Fucking sure. That sounds great. That sounds good. Wait, sure." And then like the king is like, "You know what? We're gonna burn everything." No, fuck it. Doesn't matter. We're still gonna fucking hide her away. I don't know. That part doesn't make fucking sense to me. I feel like they could have kind of come up with a better solution, but I don't think that's the right way. But I will tell you this. Maleficent has probably one of the top 2, if not top 3, greatest villain laughs of all time. I'm gonna play it right here. Greatest villain laugh. It's fucking amazing. It's so fucking good. Like, it's creepy, it's scary, it's dark, it's great. Amazing villain laugh. I love it. The fairies, then it like fast forwards immediately 16 years, right? And the fairies are like, they're like, "Oh, it's Aurora's 16th birthday. We gotta take care of her. So we gotta make her celebrate." So they're like, "All right, we're gonna bake a cake and we're gonna make her a dress, but we can't use magic." So like, they're just the hijinks that ensue with that is fucking hilarious, and they gotta like clean the house and shit. It's fucking hilarious. I love that. And then they like send Aurora away. They're like, "We gotta get her out of the house. Go pick some fucking berries." She's like, "I picked berries yesterday." Like, "We don't fucking give a shit, bitch. Go pick some more fucking berries." So they fucking send her off, and they're like making berries and shit for her. Or not making berries, they're making a cake, and whoever makes the fucking cake has no idea how to make a goddamn cake, and Flora making the fucking dress, she has no fucking idea how to make a dress, but it's fucking hilarious. And then like Aurora's like walking around, and she's just fucking singing to the goddamn animals. Cause it's a Disney movie, she has to sing to the fucking animals. She has to. It is what it is. And she's singing about this dude that she met in her dream and everything, and is great. And then like the animals like run off and like steal the specific dude she's talking about. They steal his fucking like his cloak and his hat and shit. And they like, the owl keeps saying "who," which is fucking hilarious. He's like, "Who? And she keeps fucking answering as if he's actually talking to her. That's fucking funny as shit. And then out of nowhere, Philip just shows up and like starts dancing with her and shit. I think that's really fucking funny. Like that whole sequence. Also, that song fucking slaps that she sings and then he joins in. This shit's awesome. It's a great, very classic Disney song. I don't remember the name of the song. I'm sure it'll be right here. But yeah, it's a great Disney song. And then we get the song that has recently gone viral on TikTok. where it's like, goodbye, when will I see you again? Oh, never. What, never? Well, maybe someday. Like that song, that thing went viral on TikTok. I think that shit's fucking hilarious. I love when Disney shit goes viral on TikTok. That shit warms my heart. But yeah, and then we switch back to the fairies, because they're like, you know what, we're gonna make sure that we actually use magic, because we want to make sure this is a great day for Aurora. And they do. All right, they do. They make sure that and so they grab the magic, and then they make the fucking dress and the cake, and everything's perfect. And then the two fairies are like, no, it's gotta be pink, no, it's gotta be blue. And like, it just like reminds me of like a fucking paintball fight, where they're just like fucking, they literally are like sniping each other behind like barrels and shit, like blue, pink, like it shit's just fucking hilarious. That shit was just funny as fuck. But they are the reason that Maleficent's fucking like crow ends up fucking finding out who they are. By the way, about that crow, I don't ever know if we ever find out his name. He's dope as shit. He's just an animal. But I remember growing up, and like there was like a McDonald's toy. I think it was a McDonald's toy, and I actually had that crow, and I fucking love that thing. And then it just like disappeared one day, and I'm very upset about it still to this day. Like fucking 15 years, 20 years later, I'm still upset about the fact that I can't find that I lost that crow. But it was a cool fucking toy. And then like, so then we kind of flash back to, not flashback, but we kind of go back to Aurora and Prince Philip falling in love with each other for some reason, because they saw each other in a dream. And then she's like, oh shit, it's my 16th birthday, here's where I live, come here tonight. And then just like disappears, right? And then she comes back home, she sees the cake, she sees the dress, she's like, why the fuck is this? And then the fairies tell her, they're like, yo, you're a princess, you're betrothed to marry a prince, all this shit. And like, you would think after having lived in a fucking like in squalor basically for your entire 16 years of living on this earth, that you would be happy about that. And she's not. She's sad, because she found the man that she'd been dreaming about, and she goes and fucking cries, and she's like, this isn't fair, I don't want to marry this guy, blah blah blah, whatever. And it's like, come on, bro, you're a fucking princess. Like, you just found out that you're, bro, if I find out that I was a prince, I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's go. Like, what the fuck? I mean, is it just me? Is it me? Am I the one? Am I wrong here? I don't think I'm wrong here. Like, it's fucking stupid. She's like, because she met a dude in the fucking forest. Like, come on, bro. And then we see everybody kind of preparing. The narrator comes back in, and like, we see everybody preparing for Aurora's arrival, because they assume that she's going to show up on her 16th birthday. That's what they assume, right? And so we see everybody preparing, and like the two kings are just talking to each other, and they're just getting drunk and hanging out, and they're like, oh yeah, I already built another castle for him, everything's great. And then like the bard or whatever fucking servant dude is just like handing them wine and shit, and then he's just like sneaking it in the back like behind everything. He's fucking hilarious. He's just like, every time they're off talking and shit, he's just like, oh, I'm gonna drink a little bit, and he just keeps progressively getting drunker and drunker. And then they just like find him under the table, just completely fucking passed out after having like 2-3 glasses of wine, which is 100% me, because I have like the worst fucking alcohol tolerance. But that's just fucking hilarious as shit. And then like the fairies, we see like the fairies bring Aurora back into the castle, right? And then, you know what, she's just like starts crying, and they're like, you know what, I know she's still susceptible to the fucking curse, but you know what, let's leave her alone. Let's give her some space. Like, why are you gonna do that? You said that you were gonna protect her. You spent 16 years trying to protect her, and you didn't. Right at the end, because you know why? Because Maleficent super creepily comes in through the fucking fireplace like fucking Floo Powder and Harry Potter and just sneaks in and just fucking takes her away and just like lures her away to touch the fucking spindle shit. And she did it, and I'm gonna say it. It's 100% the fairy's fault. This entire fucking everything that happens to Aurora is 100% the fairy's fault. And guess what? They know that it is, because they even say that it was their fault. It is 100% their fault. Now, here's something that I want to point out. From this point up to this point, it has been 51 minutes into this movie. All of this has happened, and it's been 51 minutes into this movie, because I fucking counted. I looked at the time thing. There's only 27 minutes or so left in this movie, and Aurora is still awake before she touches the fucking spindle. She touches it about 51 minutes in. This reminding me a little bit about Bambi, where we all remember at the beginning of the movie, Bambi's mom dies, but that shit doesn't happen until almost halfway in. Like, I thought that Aurora was going to be asleep this entire movie from my memory of watching this movie forever ago. But that's not the case. She doesn't fall asleep till over halfway through this movie, and I am kind of glad about that. And she has songs, and she actually has a personality. She's not just sitting there doing nothing. But like, I guess like the beginning of the movie was just not memorable to me when I was a kid. Now it's great. I actually enjoy it. But that's crazy. That's crazy, right? All right. So then the fairies decide, you know what? We can't tell anybody that this happened, that Aurora fell asleep. We can't tell anybody because this is 100% our fucking fault. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to put everybody to sleep. We're going to use fucking sleep powder like fucking Venusaur and Pokemon and just fucking put everybody to fucking sleep. And they fucking do it. But they're going to put everybody to sleep that's around the castle until Aurora wakes up, just to hide their fucking mistakes. I didn't remember that shit at all. That's fucking crazy, right? Wild. And then Philip like runs back to the cabin and like tries to fucking save Aurora, or tries to find her, because he like tells his dad, he's like, I don't want to marry some random bitch. I want to marry the bitch that I met in the forest. And so I'm gonna go find her. And his dad's a fucking idiot, right? Just like bumbling around and shit. And eventually he goes to the castle, or to the cabin, and is like looking around for her, doesn't find her, and then boom, Maleficent's right there, and she has her goons just fucking lock his ass up and take his ass back to the castle, right? And then the fairies follow him and shit, and then Maleficent just like walks into the fucking dungeon. Prince Philip's just like locked up and shit, and she starts fucking taunting him, right? Just starts being like, haha, fuck you, bitch. I fucking got your ass. Fuck you, bitch. Right? That's basically what she does. But then she makes a mistake. She makes a mistake of telling Philip and then the fairies, who are like hiding behind the door, telling him where Aurora's is. In the tallest tower of the highest castle, or fucking whatever. Right? And then like the fairies kind of like, after Maleficent like walks away, the fairies come and take him out, right? Because that's what fairies do, right? But what's crazy is the most memorable part of this entire fucking movie is the last 15 minutes of this movie. What everybody, I guarantee you, remembers about this movie is the last 15 minutes of this, what, hour and 15 minute movie? That's crazy, right? So the fairies give Philip, and they name this, and I wrote this down, the Shield of Virtue and the Sword of Truth, to fight against the sources of evil or whatever, which is kind of crazy. I didn't expect that, right? But like, that's what they name it. Like the Flora, I guess, just like conjures up this shit and like gives it to him. That's crazy. Is this like a fucking biblical movie? Like, what is this? Like, whatever, right? So then Maleficent like sees him running away from the castle. Apparently these two castles, Maleficent's castle and Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty's, Aurora's castle, are really close to each other, because you can basically like see the castles from each other. And she like sees Philip running away from it, and like just throws down thorns and shit all in front of Philip running to, or riding his fucking horse to the fucking castle, right? And he just takes his sword and fucking slices that shit up. Just slices and dices that shit. Just fucking gets through it, right? And then Maleficent goes, fuck, he got through that shit quick. And just like teleports over and becomes a dragon. And here's something that is really fucking interesting. And guess what? I timed it with my fucking phone timer. Maleficent, from the time that she becomes the dragon and transforms into the dragon, from that point until Prince Philip fights her and ends up killing her and she actually dies, I want you guys to guess in the comments, how long do you think that that actually was? I'll give you a second. Okay, your second's up. It's 1 minute and 26 fucking seconds. 1 minute and 26 seconds from the time that she begins the transformation to the time that she falls off the cliff and fucking dies. But that has created so much of a fan base around Maleficent the Dragon. When I go to Disney World, there's a part in the fucking parade where the dragon Maleficent comes around. There's merch everywhere of Maleficent as a dragon. There's fucking movies like fucking crazy about Maleficent and the dragon and shit. Like, from 1 minute and 26 seconds of this movie. You would think that I'd be upset about this, but I'm not. Because here's the thing. That's how memorable this moment of this movie is. 1 minute and 26 seconds of her as the dragon, and the art style and just the emphasis of this movie and how surprising it was at the time, back in fucking, what was it, 1959? Yeah, that's how amazing and how much of a twist it was for this movie. And I think that's fucking powerful. I think it's amazing. I think it's insanely memorable, and I'm kind of just amazed. I'm amazed at how great this was, how amazing it was. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So Prince Philip kills the dragon. That's great. That he kills Maleficent as the dragon. She's dead. She's gone. She falls off the fucking cliff. She's dead. And then he goes and saves Aurora. He gives her a kiss. Magical transformation. Blah 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 blah. Right? We know this part. Right? We know this part. It happens. Right? And then, you know, oh, they all live happily ever after. But the best part of this entire part of the movie at the end is when they go to dance and everything's great, and then the fairies are like sitting there and they're crying. They're like, I love happy endings. Literally one of them says that. And then fucking one of the fairies is like, oh shit, her dress is still blue. And then they start fucking fighting again with the blue and the pink as like the dream sequence goes while Aurora is dancing with Prince Philip. And I'm like, that's a great callback. That's a great fucking part of the movie. I really fucking enjoy that. It's fucking hilarious. And then we get the end credits, and that's it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give this movie a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 is my review on this one. It's not a perfect movie, but it's damn near close. And the reason why it's so high, the art style of this movie is fucking fantastic. The Maleficent as a villain she's not in this movie for very long, but she creates such a looming presence for the curse that she puts on her, and she is the reason for all of the conflict in this movie. And the dragon scene at the end, and the laugh that she has, how evil she is and how much she relishes in the evil. It is 100% just definitely one of the greatest villains that Disney has ever created. And yeah, the story of Aurora is fantastic, but I think Maleficent personally really definitely makes this movie a 9 out of 10. Yeah. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. You guys making it all the way to the end. I really, really do love this movie. It is fantastic. I hope one day that I'll be able to actually see Sleeping Beauty's castle in Disneyland in California. I've never been there. I did just move to Orlando, so I'm going to be able to go to Disney World a lot more often, and hopefully you guys will be able to see more Disney World vlogs here in Orlando. I'm going to try to put those videos out as much as I can. Next week, we will be doing 101 Dalmatians, and I am very, very excited about it. Growing up, I remember watching that movie and loving it, so I'm very excited about seeing that next week. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let YouTube know that you guys enjoyed this video. I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribed as well, if you enjoyed it and would like to see more of this content. Thank you guys very much for watching this video, for making it to the end. It means so much to me. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. My name has been Joe the Bearded Nerd. Have a great night, guys.